Ross, Jen, John, and Ron, and thank you, Faith Rivera. Wow, what a great song. Thank you. Deep breath. Best day yet. Are you ready to be free? Yes. Are you ready to claim what is rightfully yours? Yes. Are you ready to let go of any and all obstacles to your good? Yes. Then let's do our treatment for freedom together aloud. I speak my word for myself, my center, and all its members and friends. I know love as the only reality. I am created out of love. Love is what I am. I know this love as absolute freedom in every area of my life, the life of my center and all who call it home. I know our center's mortgages are paid in full, and I claim for all of us financial freedom with all debts paid and cleared. I release any sense of struggle or wrongdoing. I live in an abundant universe where there is more than enough for all. We experience freedom in every moment by always having more than enough money, vibrant health, and loving relationships. We are who we have come here to be. With hearts open wide, we see the world through the eyes of love. We are blessed, we are rich, and we are free. And so it is. And we use our points of power. I always pay attention. I always tell the truth and tell it quickly. I always ask for what I want when I want it. I always take total responsibility for my experience. I always keep my agreements. And so it is. So it is. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thanksgiving week. One of the best things we can do in life is practice gratitude. To be grateful for what we have as well as to be grateful for what we are creating. When we're grateful for what we have, we focus on what we have. So many people go through life, I got nothing, I got nobody, life is just awful. And they're living this wonderful life, a life that people all around the world would think was a king's life or a queen's life, and people discount that. Sometimes people will come up to my office, I think I've scared people away from doing this. But they'll come up to my office and they'll say, oh, I don't have anything. Oh, gee, did you sleep in your car last night? No. Did you take a shower in the last 24 hours? Yes. Have you eaten today? Yes. Well, what do you mean you don't have anything? You have more than many of the people on the planet have, and if you are dissing what you have, how in the world are we going to get more? How are we going to be able to create this amazing life that is waiting for us if we close the door by focusing on lack instead of abundance? Because remember, in Science of Mind, it's all about what you focus on. It's your intention. It's how you use spiritual law and direct it to create whatever you want. Remember, the law doesn't care. People say, Barbara, how can you say God doesn't care? I don't really think God cares either, but I won't say that. The law doesn't care. Whether you're creating a joy-filled life or a miserable life, it's going to give you whatever it wants. It loves you so much. It says, you are my beloved in whom I am well pleased. The entire kingdom is yours. What do you want? Well, I'll take some lemons. I'll take some garbage. Great, I'll give you a lot of it. Or we can say, I will take this wonderful life with abundance and health and joy and happiness. And life says, great, we'll give you a lot of it. It's all our choice, completely our choice as to what we're going to receive from life based on what we focus upon. And asking you, teaching you to think about what you want to experience every minute of your life, I know is a lot. We have people leave in droves saying controlling my thought is just too hard. You ask so much. I don't even get a vacation from it to create drama and disaster in my life. You won't give me permission to do that. You're right. I won't. Because when you learn how to train your thought and think about what you want to experience in life, you get what you want to experience. And it asks a lot of you because there's no time off. What is the technical term? Personal time off? You don't get any of that for negativity because you'll create negativity. Most people have been creating that all of their life. And so they come into a teaching like that and they start trying to think, what? This isn't a disaster? No, it's not a disaster. It's a blessing in disguise. That's what you get to think, and that's it. And when you think that, you get that. And so for me, the way to do it is to practice gratitude. And that's what I loved about all of our Native American studies. The natives teach prayers of gratitude. That's all. They're just grateful. And so we practice gratitude. We practice looking at what is going on in our lives and being grateful for it. The easy thing to be grateful for is, wow, we're grateful for our bodies. We're grateful that we're such good-looking people. We're grateful that we've got a wonderful center to come to, that we live in this beautiful place called Asheville, North Carolina. We're grateful that there's plenty of food to eat. We were in the new Ingalls on Brevard Road the other day, and it is a little overwhelming, but I was walking around through it and I said, I see why people from other countries come into one of our grocery stores and sob. They just sob because there is so much. We have so much. We have such an abundant life. So whatever it is you want to be grateful for, start being grateful for it. Now, if it's something that's easy to be grateful for, that's great. Go for it. And as you get really good at that, you'll practice being grateful for the things that are not as easy to be grateful for. But I guarantee you, they are the important ones. You got to be grateful for that ex-spouse. You got to be grateful for that bankruptcy. You got to be grateful for the diagnosis. You've got to be grateful for the things you thought you were going to have that you didn't. You've got to be grateful for the things that you thought would last forever, and they didn't. Oh, Barbara, you're asking so much. Yes, I am, because I want you to have so much. I want you to have it all. So you've got to give it your all. You can't hold on to God is everywhere and always present except for that dirty, rotten rack and ratchet that did me wrong. Nobody ever did you wrong. Be grateful for it. There's a gift in there, and if you haven't found it yet, it's just because you haven't been grateful for it. When you're grateful for something, you put the blessing in it, you put the gift in it, and then you get it back out. It's so important to practice gratitude because so many of us are really good at stinking thinking. We're really good at that. We've done it for a long time. And so we have to retrain ourselves to think something different. Be grateful for your partner. My gosh, if you're going to wake up in the morning with someone, be grateful for them. Seriously. And if you're grateful for them, if they are not already, they turn into someone that you are grateful for. Teach yourself how to be grateful. John and I do gratitude letters every morning. Every morning, every morning, every morning. And we are grateful for what we already have, and we are grateful for what we are creating. And the line gets very blurred because it is our intention and our focus that creates. And so we don't want to limit our gratitude to just what we're holding in our hands. We're grateful that the mortgages are paid off. We're grateful for world peace. We're grateful that our lives are unfolding wonderfully. Excuse me. We are grateful for that, and then we get that. But it doesn't come naturally for most people. You may just check yourself out over the last couple of weeks. It's not our natural default usually. It usually takes a little polishing and a little working at the gratitude. But it is so important to practice that. Mark, are you still selling gratitude seeds?
No, not anymore.
No, but you have a wonderful website. Gratitudeseeds.com?
Yes.
Gratitudeseeds.com. I was wondering who was sending me these amazing quotes on gratitude, and I tracked it down this morning. It's from you. If you want to go to gratitudeseeds.com, Mark's website will send you these wonderful ideas of gratitude, but once a week or twice a week or something they go out, and it's this thing on Facebook that you go, oh, wow, that's so true. Thank you. I needed a gratitude adjustment, and now I'm clear about what's really going on in the universe. God is all that there is. Everything is fine. All is well. I'll get back over here, Devon. We are such powerful beings that if we allow ourselves to veer into race consciousness, negativity, we will manifest that in our lives. And I know so many of us are creating better lives. We're right smack in the middle of it. We're creating more money, we're creating better health, we're creating better relationships, we're creating a life that just unfolds in wonder and awe. We are in the middle of that, and we don't want to go astray by letting loose of our thought process. This little book is what Rhonda Byrne found when she was inspired to create The Secret. It's Wallace Wattles' The Science of Getting Rich. And I love his clarity. I love it when people don't pull any punches, when they just tell you like it is and lay it all out. Really, let's just go for it. Wallace Wattles says, the moment you permit your mind to dwell with displeasure upon things as they are, you begin to lose ground. You fix attention upon the common, the poor, the squalid, and the mean, and your mind takes the form of these things. You will then transmit these forms or mental images to the formless. Thus, the common, the poor, the squalid, and the mean will come to you. To permit your mind to dwell upon the inferior is to become inferior and to surround yourself with inferior things. On the other hand, to fix your attention on the best is to surround yourself with the best and to become the best. To fix your attention on the best is to draw to you only the best. And sometimes it'll be tempting to say this isn't the best. How in the world could there be a best? There can't be a pony in here. It's a pile of pony poop. And yet if we claim it and name it and know it and grow it, we'll get a pony out of there. But it takes mental discipline to do that. And so I have a gift for you today. Before that. You know, there have been studies done on gratitude. I love what universities spend their money on because they study things. And one of the things that they found right off the bat that I found out when I was just exploring this whole idea of the spiritual significance of happiness is that gratitude creates happiness. You want to be happy? Go around and start being grateful for something. Did anybody walk here? Great. Be grateful for your car. Honestly, if you're grateful for your car, it will run better. If you're grateful for your car, chances are you'll take the trash out of it, maybe wash it once in a while, and it'll look better. Be grateful for your body. Be grateful for your job. If you're going to go to work somewhere, be grateful for it. Practice being grateful, and you'll find that you end up a happier person. If you're a happier person, more people are going to want to be around you. You'll have happy people around you by practicing gratitude. Gratitude changes your brain because it forces your brain to think a different thought, and it actually physically rewires your brain. Gratitude has been shown to improve your physical health. You know, if you're going around all your body gets like that. So if you like that, stop it. Practice some gratitude. Your body will become healthier. It's just a natural thing. The brain thinks a thought, the body responds. It's just Biochemics. Chemistry. Gratitude improves your psychological health. You're not as crazy if you're grateful. Think about it. Gratitude improves empathy. You're able to see things from someone else's point of view. Gratitude will let you sleep better. Statistics show that if you are grateful, you will sleep better, sleep longer, sleep more soundly, awaken more rested in the morning because you're grateful. Gratitude improves your self-esteem. You feel better about who you are because you're feeling better about your life. Gratitude reduces aggression. You're not as likely to whack somebody if you're busy being grateful for them. Perhaps it's in the form of child rearing. That was a joke. Gratitude increases mental strength. So if you're having trouble thinking, just think about what you're grateful for. And all of a sudden you'll be able to think again. It's okay. But when you are grateful, you are establishing in consciousness that which you choose to have in your life. You are seeing the world through the eyes of gratitude, and it shows up in alignment with that consciousness. It's amazing. If you're grateful for your children, they are better kids. If you're grateful for your pets, they are better pets. Not because they changed, because you changed. Whatever it is you're tempted to indulge in not being grateful for, understand that it takes a big toll on you. It takes a big toll on you. I tell people often, you can go ahead and be angry. Just start peeling out all the money you've got in your pocket, your wallet, and your bank account. Let's just set it on fire, because it's costing you. It costs in your relationship, it costs in your job, it costs everywhere to indulge in the debilitating habit of criticizing, of being negative, and of seeing what's wrong instead of what's right. And so we practice seeing what's right, even if it's crazy. I had a discussion Monday night class about the fires. And I was enlightened by someone, taught a little lesson, that there are trees in these mountains that cannot seed without a hot forest fire. That nature knows exactly what it's doing, and that the mountains are burning just the way they need to. And when it's time for the mountains not to be burning anymore, they will stop, and the forest will regrow with trees that could never have gone to seed without the fire. Now that challenged me, because I stood up here last week, it was a long week, last week, and we prayed rain. And do you know that it did rain on Monday? And I heard on the news, they said the showers that were over the fires did nothing to slow them down. I went, showers, we did that. We created showers on those fires. And I was sharing that in Monday night class until someone gave me a lesson about how nature works and how everything really is in perfect and right order. So I don't stand up here and hold up this image of being grateful for everything all the time as someone who's separate from the process. I work it all the time. I have my own judgments about how life is supposed to be, how people are supposed to be, how the world is supposed to be. And when it doesn't show up that way, then it's time for me to do my spiritual work and go back to the idea that we do not sacrifice principle even on special occasions, even when it doesn't look the way we thought it was going to look. That either God is all that there is and everything is already all right, or it's not, and if it wasn't, we wouldn't even be able to be here because time and space wouldn't hold together. So it's the fact that we are here. I know that God is in this place because we are here. The fact that we are here is assurance of the oneness, the singularity, the connectedness of all life, that God is all there is, Spirit is all there is, and all is well. Practice your gratitude. And so you may say, well, Barbara, how should we practice our gratitude? I have got an answer for you. I want our prosperity acceptors to come forward, and I have a gift for you. No, take them all. Thank you. Yeah, be careful with them and just go ahead and start passing them out. There was a story in The Secret of a man who said he was having just go ahead and start passing them out, having a bad time in his life, a rough time in his life, and he picked up a rock. And every time he touched it, he decided he was going to use that rock to affirm gratitude for something. He called it his gratitude rock. And he would, at night before he went to bed, he would take the rock and he would be grateful for something. And in the morning when he got up, he would pick it up to put it in his pocket, and he would pause and he would be grateful for something. And one day he was with a man from South Africa, and he pulled some things out of his pocket and dropped the rock. And he picked it up, and the guy from South Africa said, "What is that?" And he said, "Oh, it's my gratitude rock. It helps me focus on gratitude." And the guy said, "Oh, great, nothing more of it." 3 or 4 months later, he gets an email from the man from South Africa who said, "My son has been diagnosed with a very special disease. He's dying. Please send me some of your gratitude rocks." And the guy's thinking, they're just rocks. They've got rocks in South Africa, but okay, I'll find some rocks and package them up and send them to South Africa, and didn't hear anything for a long time. And then got word back from the gentleman in South Africa who said, "Thank you for the gratitude rocks. My son is better. The doctors don't know how he's gotten better, but he's gotten better. And we decided to sell gratitude rocks in South Africa. We've sold over 1,000 of them for $10 a piece, and we've raised $10,000 for the local charity." Gratitude. My son is sick and he's dying. Give me something to focus on. Focus on your gratitude. Doesn't matter what you're grateful for. Focus on your gratitude, and what will happen is the incurable becomes cured. You go back to a state of alignment of the health and wholeness of your being. When you pass around this idea of gratitude, that gratitude is a good way to live, then you allow people to rise to that concept of gratitude. And in the meantime, they raised a bunch of money for a local hospital. So I'm passing you around a gratitude stone, I like to call it. And what you have in the basket are amethysts and tiger's eyes. What? Did you get obsidian? Oh my gosh, somehow there's obsidian in the basket too. Great. So I don't know what you're getting in these baskets. But whatever you got was your perfect and right stone. And I have used gratitude stones for years. They're everywhere in my life. They're in my car, they're on my dresser. They show up in the oddest places. To say, Barbara, pay attention, be grateful. Don't get sucked into that. Don't go down that rabbit hole. Pay attention and be grateful. Put a blessing in it, and you'll get a blessing out of it. I was having my hair done last week, and the woman who runs the salon at Belka's, standard question, "Are you ready for Thanksgiving? What are you doing?" and all of that. And I said, "Well, we're going to have 100 to 150 people come together and publicly state their gratitude." And she was floored. She said she's never had gratitude on Thanksgiving. But think about it. I gotta cook, I gotta go, I gotta get there, we've gotta meet. Thank you. And that's it. When we live gratitude, our lives are huge. When we live small, our lives are small. When we live big, our lives are big. It's what we focus on. It's how we see the world. And this little stone has been blessed to help you focus on what you're grateful for. Little Zoe coming in to see us in a month. What have we, in a week? She's doing a week, 8 days? Oh my goodness, yay, 8 days and Zoe McIlvain is here, yay. Train your mind to think about what you want to experience. Let the rest go. It's a passing phase in humanity's existence. Train your mind to think about what you want to experience and watch it show up in your life full of gratitude. And so it is.